What up, YouTube? Welcome back to When Nice Guys Retaliate. Today we're going to continue our conversation about basically vetting women, things to look for, and we've been talking about the types of women that you should look out for and avoid. And today's topic, we're going to talk about basically messy women. And by what I mean by messy women or messy woman is a woman that just really doesn't think things through. She's always got some type of issue, and more than likely she's the reason behind it. A lot of times, this woman might become a single mother. She might just be the old woman that never was able to find a man. She might be the woman that's homeless right now. But basically, a lot of the reasons why they're in the situation is because they never really had a plan in life. And because they didn't have a plan in life, they just basically created a whole mess for themselves. So in the instance of, let's just say, a single mother, first of all, the fact that she made a decision to have a kid with a dude that didn't have her in her future, for her in his future, that's messy. Choosing a man that you just want to be with because you're attracted to him, that's the man you want, and not really considering what he wants is messy. All right, another characteristic of a messy woman is a woman that will basically disrespect a man in front of his kids, or disrespect a man in front of his stepkids. That is a messy woman. She's creating a situation, that she don't even know if she's creating. And it won't manifest until a few years later. But another aspect of a messy woman is she'll create a mess, and then she'll expect the man to help her fix the mess. And it's interesting because she won't do anything to stop the mess, even though she starts the mess. And she may have a good man that tells her not to do that. Excuse me, but she'll do it anyway. Just because she feels like she wants to share her feelings. She always has some type of excuse to make a mess. But then she's always kind of begging or insinuating or forcing the issue that you need to help her fix it up. And the big issue with a woman that's just messy is she is just annoying. She don't listen, and then when she do listen, she halfway listens. And then when everything kind of hits the fan, then she's like, you need to help me, And a woman like that is just not good for you. She's not good for your mental health. She's not good for society. She's not good for her kids. She's not good for herself. Because she's just not willing. She values what she thinks is right over doing the right thing 9 times out of 10. And she doesn't really learn from her mistakes. She'll create relationships. She'll get into relationships because she feels like it. And then, excuse me, then she gets found out, it's somebody else's fault. It's your fault, it's the other person's fault. She don't know what's going on. She don't even want to try to learn who she is and why she makes the dumb decisions that she makes. She's just messy. She'll make a mess in the house, in your house, your apartment. She's the one who's the source of the mess. But then she'll act like you're the one that's responsible to help her fix the mess. But if she ever learned how to stop making messes, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You wouldn't have to fix it. But she is just so in her own head, self-centered, that she doesn't really grow. She's a perpetual kid, and a perpetual kid is annoying. She always wants you to fix something. She'll make a bill. She wants to go out and buy a new car, and the car is really not something you can afford. But then something comes up to where, oh, excuse me, well, they need some, and all of a sudden now it's the dude's fault that they can't afford to get the house fixed, or a second car fixed, or they can't afford to go on vacation. Or in actuality, because she wanted to have a brand new car that you couldn't afford, she just created a mess, another mess. She'll mess up a room in the house, and then she'll want you to help her fix the mess instead of her just fixing the mess herself. It's always, she's just annoying as all get out, man. She's a mess. She's messy. She's a messy person. She makes messy decisions. And she'll just make your life a mess. You know what I mean? You always constantly have to fix something with the messy woman, because she don't listen, and on top of that, she don't necessarily respect you, or she may the people she does respect are not going to be the people that really want to be in her life all the time, you know what I mean, so to speak. And because of that, and if you're not the person that she does respect, she won't listen to you unless she has to listen to you. And it's stupid. I mean, it's a stupid situation to be in. She is just not the person you want to be. You want to be with somebody who, first of all, she's got to respect you. Second, if you say something, she's got to trust you enough to believe that you have her best interest in mind. And a messy woman don't necessarily believe that. She may believe some people, she may believe some men, some types of men, but she won't necessarily believe you because you're responsible. And then on top of that, she might be jealous of you. She might be jealous of your success, you know what I mean? And she might want certain things just so she can compete with you, potentially. Because she's messy. She don't think about that you're in a relationship with her, and that your success is really her success, and her success is your success. But she'll think she's still alone in a relationship with you, even though you're taking care of her and making sure everything's cool. She won't believe it because she's just messy, and a lot of times I think that comes from that person's background. They may have been raised by a single mother, and the father ran off. Excuse me. They could have had a stepfather they didn't respect, or their mom didn't respect. So now they don't respect, the man that's stepfather and their kid, And even though they're running into the same situation, they don't even realize that they're basically following, kind of like a family curse. But they're still going to make the same dumb decisions. They're still going to be disrespectful. And then they're going to wonder why their relationships don't work, or they're not happy. And they can't be happy because they keep making dumb, messy decisions. And I didn't realize it. But that's what happens when nice guys retaliate. If you had a situation with a messy woman, please put it in the comments. Let somebody else know that this type of woman is real, and you ain't got to share your whole story, but you can just say some of the things that a messy woman does do. And that being said, I like to grow the channel, but I'd also like to help guys just be able to discern between a good woman and a bad woman. and look at these characteristics and make good decisions. You know, as a nice guy, we tend to give people a lot of grace. And because of that situation, because of that characteristics, there are a lot of people who will try to take advantage of that. And I'm not just talking about females. There's some sorry dudes out there. These little bum thinking they men with, you know, hair on their chest and junk. They'll sit up here and they will try to abuse you, you know, through a woman because they can't even take care of themselves. They are some sorry people. And then they think it's cool because they think they're finessing you, or they finessing a woman to finesse you, and they think it's cool, but in reality, they're just sorry men, if you can even call them a man, you know. But men need to basically be respectful and get respect back. And also, you don't really need to respect a man who's not respectable. You know, we have a lot of guys that's claiming to be respectable. They want respect, but they don't do anything to gain a man's respect. Really, they're like women. You have these dudes who think they're alpha and they ain't doing nothing but acting like a woman. A strong, independent woman in male form. And that's just all they are. And they don't even realize, because they're men, they have the respect of women, but they're not really in a position to be respected by a real man. A real man that goes out there and works hard, you know, doesn't have a bad name in society, staying out of prison, you know, not being a slave to basically to the system, which is a prisoner. Prisoners nowadays are nothing but modern day slaves. You know, the men who actually work a 9 to 5, the men are entrepreneurs, you know, give jobs opportunities. Those are the men that are making things happen. Those are the men that actually have the ability to vote and actually make decisions. And we need more men like that. We need men to be respectable toward each other. You know, if they're deserving respect. Well, I'll say every man deserves respect. All right. However, you got to be respectable. You know, but everybody deserves basic respect. And right now we have a lot of dudes who are really not respectable, that's disrespecting good men. And I have a big problem with that. But, you know, can't fight the world, but I can talk to you. So, but hope you guys take care and have a good one.